Welcome to the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm so excited to have you guys on this channel. This is the 100 Gideon Studios channel. My name is Ben. People call me 100G. When I'm on stage, I'm 100G. I just want to thank you guys for being here on the channel, for your patience with me. We're going through this season one very diligently. We have a lot of things planned. When I say a lot of things planned, I mean we have years of content that we are going to create, and we're so excited that you guys can join us on this journey of what I think is the will of God inside of me that I get to express with these cameras. So that brings us to today. Today we are in this room. Again, we are back in this room for episode 14 with a very man, fuck all that corny shit. We have someone very special today on the show. I've had my mom on the show. I've had friends on the show. I've had mentors on the show. But today is someone that I'm so honored to get to introduce to you guys, because it is someone that has played such a remarkable role in my life, someone that I'm probably closest to in regard to just everything that we've been through and shared experiences and things that he's taught me. It just goes further back than anyone else on the planet except for my parents, unless it was like the doctors in the waiting room. So I just want everybody to give a warm welcome and shouts out to my brother Jacob Gideon, who has made it to the show. Everybody, Jacob, on the show. Let's go. So
thanks for having me.
I really appreciate that. Welcome to this room where we will share a certain amount of time where we get to know Jacob. So how are you doing today?
Pretty good. I woke up a bit too early. With all this remote work, I have to get up super early.
You're doing remote work?
Yes.
So is it 40 hours on the laptop?
40 hours on the laptop.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Are you enjoying your work? I mean, the people don't know, but my brother works for one of the largest crypto foundations on the planet. And so just to give a little introduction into him, I mean, I already did, and I can let him speak for himself, but a couple years ago, I guess during COVID, my brother moved back here into this house after he was in Long Beach State, and he had a dream. If you guys don't know this, for a 100G and my family, we're all Swiss citizens, so we can live and work anywhere in the European Union. And my brother, he was here in COVID, and he wasn't liking it too much. He said, I have a dream. I will go out to Switzerland and I will work in a crypto company, and I will have my own flat and get all the European baddies. and it came true. He got every single one of them. There's not one baddie left. So I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind, just to kind of get the conversation rolling. But this is your interview too. So anything that you want to talk about, anything that you want to have immortalized on the channel, just feel free. That's your camera right there. You can look into it, say what's up. And
what's up?
So if you don't mind, I'll just start rattling off some questions.
Sure.
Get to know Jacob Gideon. So I guess the first question is, how does it feel to be back in California? Because you've been gone for just about a year, but you spend most of your time in Switzerland. And with that being said, you've been out of California. Hasn't been your permanent residency for about 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So how does it feel to be back?
Feels very familiar, very natural.
Yeah.
I remember last time when I came back, I had kind of a hard time readjadjusting with all the reverse culture shock.
I remember
and all
that. Yeah.
But this time it's been very easy. So
yeah,
it feels like home.
Right.
Nice weather, nice people. I'm not really sure what to do with a lot of my time here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. It's good to see.
Yeah. What are like the primary differences between mannerisms and Americans and Europeans? Are Europeans like more polite, or are they more reserved? Are Americans just grotesque to you now? How do you view?
Well, in Zurich, it's very Germanic, like the culture.
Like, oh, how do you mean?
Like, it's a lot colder. The people are a lot more direct and straightforward and more honest with what they say to you.
Mm-hmm.
They say the Swiss are like coconuts.
I'm not sure. What do you mean?
Like, it's like a cultural model. They're like really hard on the outside,
Yeah.
but then once you crack them open and get to know them a little bit, they're nice.
Okay.
As opposed to like a peach, which would be like the Spaniards,
Mm-hmm.
which they're very soft and friendly and tasty on the outside,
Yeah.
but on the inside, when you get to know them, there's a pit in the center.
Okay. And they're a little bit harder.
Yeah,
Okay. Nice. Well, we're definitely glad to have you back. It's always an honor when we get to spend some time together. I hope next time we get together, it'll be out in Europe,
yeah,
and
me too.
I can find a little bit of freedom. If anyone is going out to Switzerland, what would you recommend? Some spots that they hit. I mean, what are your favorite places in Europe now that you've been like around there for a long
In
time?
Europe or in Switzerland?
How do you want to take it? Either way.
Switzerland. Fly into Zurich, spend a few days there, and then just go straight south down to the mountains. Interlaken is very popular with the tourists,
Yeah.
but there's too many tourists there.
You ever been to Lauterbrunnen?
Yeah,
Is it insane? It's like
it's
It's
incredible.
the most insane.
It's Rivendell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tolkien went hiking there, and he modeled Rivendell after that
Oh,
place.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. In the Lord of the Rings movies, were those models, or were they weren't actually out in the mountains, right? They were like it was like scaled.
What, the city? They
This-
filmed it in New Zealand.
But there was like some of the scenes in the mountains. They weren't actual mountains, right? Like they were like smaller scales of.
Well,
they-
like Minas Tirith was a model, I think.
Yeah.
But all the scenes of them, like Gimli and Legolas running through the mountains,
That's real.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
There's a lot to do in Switzerland. There's like so many different regions with different feelings because there's like 4 national languages.
Right. Oh, 4 national languages.
Yeah.
You wrote your thesis on that, right?
Yeah, my bachelor thesis.
Your bachelor's thesis.
Mhm.
Yeah. So one of the questions that I had was, so Jake has surpassed me in. He's just a very impressive individual. You know, he gets up every day and he goes and he gets what he wants, or he moves towards what it is that he wants. And so in regard to him moving out to Switzerland, he got his master's degree out there too, which is so impressive. So you wrote your bachelor's on the 4 languages in Switzerland
Mm-hmm.
and the different. Was there any crypto link in that?
No, that was the master's thesis.
Okay, so you just tell us about what you wrote your master's thesis on.
It was titled, what was it titled? Collaboration within blockchain ecosystems.
Okay.
Case study on Zug in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So I was basically studying like how firms within these blockchain ecosystems, which is just like a big collection of blockchain companies,
Yeah.
like in Crypto Valley and Zug, or here in Silicon Valley,
Mm-hmm.
or Singapore, or Dubai, how they work across the borders of their enterprises.
Wonder what that
Did
was.
the camera turn off?
Yeah, I don't know why. Not this one. This one. Go ahead though. It's fine. We got our individual shots. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's painful. I don't. You want to take a break? I mean, we're just getting rolling.
I don't know. You tell me, man.
No, just keep going. It's fine.
Okay. So yeah, I just basically interviewed like 15 peoples working in these companies and asked them in what areas they're collaborating with each other, like in innovation or regulation.
Yeah. So you reached out to these guys, via email. You reached out to like some top.
Yeah,
executives.
LinkedIn, email from my network, from Crypto Valley Association.
Yeah, and then how many pages was the final product?
It was like 75 pages or
A
something.
75-page essay.
Yeah.
And then is it like pass or fail? Or is
Well,
it
you
they
get a
give,
grade,
like 1 to 5?
1 through 6.
1 through 6.
I got a 5.5.
You got a 5.
No, 5.25 maybe. I don't know. But you have to get a 4 to pass.
Nice. And then they give you your degree.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Well, something that I think may be fun to go down and talk about a little bit, just because you know me better than anybody that's been on the show, is maybe you could share a memory that you have of me growing up. So what is your favorite memory that you have of me growing up, something that I did, or some trouble that I got into, or something that that only you would know.
I don't know. You can't put me on the spot like
Well,
this.
just think about it. I mean, I could tell them about the time that you came in with your eyes all red. And
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that, of course.
yeah. But just something off
From
the top.
the fair.
Yeah, from the fair. Yeah, but we'll sweep that under the rug. But something that
I remember at the skate park when you hit your chin and had to get the ambulance to come and get you.
wasn't that you?
No, that was you.
Well, you knocked your front teeth out.
Yeah,
I remember that. And mom left just for like 5 minutes,
yeah.
and she wasn't there. You actually knocked them out. You chipped them both,
Chipped him.
and then you got them filled.
Yeah.
I also chipped my tooth on your head
In the pool?
in the pool in Windsor that one time. Just
Oh, yeah.
messing around. I don't know what we were doing. We were just horsing around. I knocked my head on your head, and this tooth is still chipped.
Your lower tooth?
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah.
Okay.
In regard to teeth, I was super lucky. I never had braces,
Yeah.
and you and Erica had pretty severe cases where you guys just had to get them all configured.
Braces and headgear.
You had headgear?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with
Oh, I hated that.
that's pretty gnarly. Also, Claudia Galliani had headgear. Do you remember that?
No.
Back in third grade, and I remember she had to wear it for like 2 years, but she wore it to school, so it was only like 6 months. Because she only wore it at night, it was going to be like 2 years, but if she wore it during the daytime, it would be 6 months. And I remember she had to wear headgear to school.
Okay.
Which is crazy, but so I don't remember falling in the skate park. I remember I hurt my back at the skate park, but I don't remember with the
Or
ambulance.
in the bowl that's like...
Yeah, in those ones, yeah. I fell and I was just...
you were like... It's like you go over the bump, and then the pyramid, and then there's that quarter pipe, and you went up, and then you hit your chin on the way down.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. But do you remember me laying in the bowl, like these ones?
Yeah.
And then and I was just chilling. I was just chilling in there for like 10 minutes. People were skating by me. Skating by me.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fun stuff. But anything else about me growing up?
I don't know, man. Playing video games.
Yeah, we were super sucked into that
Yeah.
for a long time. I was just following your lead.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Habitat IV.
Those were some good days.
And I could never hard flip. You know,
never
you
did a
skated, I skated, you played COD, I played COD, you smoked weed, I smoked weed.
You never did a hard flip?
Never did a hard flip one time.
Damn.
I could do varial heels.
Oh yeah, I like that trick.
And I could do nightmare flips pretty well.
Oh, that's a weird trick.
Double varial.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It just looks kind of strange.
Yeah, when I was at college, that was my go-to when we were playing skate. I could hit nightmares like 5 out of 6 times.
And double flips?
I could double, yeah. I could still double.
Heel flip?
One out of every 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're shooting. No worries. Great. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is cool conversation, just casual. Just Jake and I, I grew up with him. He knew me since birth, and so here we are now. I'm 26. You're 28.
Mm-hmm.
And we're both living our independent lives, just trying to make something of ourselves. The ride is so quick. Let's give a quick shout out to Ricka G, because we got 3 of us. It's my brother, and then it goes me, and then it goes our younger sister, and we love her forever. So shouts out to her. And in regard to our family, the next question I have is, how would you define our mom? Or what are some things that you want to say about our mom?
She's a fighter. She's been through a lot of shit, and she can keep her head up high and still be
Yeah,
so like loving and caring and supportive and
absolutely.
nice. Whenever I don't know what to do, I'll just call her and she'll tell me what to do,
Yeah,
and
it's
she'll
crazy.
never like she's never led me astray.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's sacrificed a lot for us kids.
Absolutely.
She's a really incredible woman.
Yeah, I agree. She is we have the best mom. I read somewhere on Twitter like if I had to pick my mom again, I would do it 10,000 times and I
Yeah,
would pick our mom
yeah, me too.
again for sure. She's
Yeah, kind of
yeah.
mysterious though. I want to learn more about her past. She
Yeah.
said she was like a vagabond and like a gypsy for many years,
Okay.
like going around the Texas and shit.
Yeah. I know she paid her way through college back when that was
Mhm.
possible
Yeah.
while you're like serving tables.
Mhm.
You can't do that now. But yeah, I don't. Is she German? My people ask me where I'm from, and I'm like, I know my dad is Swiss, or my dad's dad is Swiss, but I don't really know where mom.
I don't know. I
Do you,
asked grandma one time and she's like, "Oh, a little bit of German, little French, little English." And I was like, "Okay, it doesn't help at all.
yeah, you ever do like
Just
20?
white."
You ever do like 23 Me or anything like that?
Yeah.
You did it?
Mhm.
Where was it? Where were we?
Just what grandma said. Some English,
Yeah,
some French, just like European mixed.
yeah. Grandma was born in North Carolina. Is that right?
I think so.
Cool. So we went through your thesis. We talked about our mom, great mom. We asked how your current state is. We're talking about you getting back in California. Just kind of knowing a little bit more about you. I wanted to ask if there was one experience that I don't know about, or an event, or a happening that happened to you that you can identify that kind of made you into who you are. Is there some really big kind of pivotal thing that happened that that you can identify as kind of made you into who you are today?
Well, everything I've experienced has made me into who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Not one thing really stands out.
No.
I mean, psychedelics have definitely influenced that a lot.
Yeah, psychedelics can be very illuminating
Mm-hmm.
and and kind of change your trajectory a little bit. You
Mm-hmm.
can go in there and see some stuff that you gotta see, gotta experience, gotta feel, and then implement change when we come back to Earth, and it can just be super helpful. Well, tell us about your experience with psychedelics. Did you have one trip that was like crazy, changed your life?
Mm,
You meet God, you talk to trees.
yeah, the one 2 months ago was really incredible.
uh,
I was alone at the river for like 10 hours.
10 hours. But were you really alone?
No.
Who were you there with?
With Mother Earth.
Yeah, and she was communicating with you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess words were coming to my head
Mm-hmm.
that don't normally come.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was really incredible. I don't know how many mushrooms I ate, a few. And
Yeah.
I just had all I needed. I had my journal and food and books and speaker, and I just kind of sat there
Mm-hmm.
feeling the energy of the universe
Yeah.
and thinking about my life.
Did you have any revelatory thoughts?
Yeah, quite a few.
Do you remember what they were? Did you write them down?
Yeah, I did write them down. I wrote this poem. It goes, Green River goes on gracefully,
Green river goes on gracefully.
no desire to be perceived, longer than I shall see,
Hmm.
trying to get there, blissfully unaware that here is there, there is here and here is there.
Yeah.
Just basically the thought that like we're always trying to get to the next thing in life, to the
Mm-hmm.
future, thinking about the future and what's going to come next, and oh, if I have this I'll be happy, and oh, when this happens it'll be good, without realizing that no, this is the experience right here, this is
Yeah.
life right here in the present moment. You're already there, so just be content with where you are right now.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a philosophy I subscribe to as well. That you don't need to move towards anything to find fulfillment.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that to some extent.
Well, I mean, I obviously want an Aston Martin, but
Do you?
yeah,
Okay.
but I don't think it'll make me more whole than I already am capable of achieving in this moment. I
No, of course
Yeah,
not.
I don't think the universe created us needing to go and get things to feel whole. So do you feel that? You
Mm-hmm.
don't, and nothing outside of me is gonna make me feel whole. It's all inside of me.
Yeah, no, we don't own anything.
Yeah, except our souls.
Also, something I wrote on that trip was, I need nothing, I have nothing, I am nothing. No, I am not nothing. I am something. Am I? And then that's just kind of the circle of existentialism, of
Awareness.
yeah, just
Yeah,
like being conscious.
being a perceiver.
Yeah, it's kind of like a loop that you get stuck in.
Am I or I am?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like a balance that you're trying to find of like, oh, should I just enjoy the life or should I try to explain the life? And you got to find a balance between the two. It's
yeah,
like just the balance between, let's just have fun and enjoy the ride and not question what the hell's going on. And then also, like, no, I need to find meaning
right.
in this life and assign meaning to things. Otherwise, what's the point?
Otherwise, they just are.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you find meaning in?
many things: art, music, photography, relationships,
Mm-hmm.
good conversations, books, new
Mm-hmm.
thoughts and ideas,
Yeah.
travel, exploration, learning, um, growth, trying new things and being open to new experiences.
Yeah. It seems like you've lived a lot of life.
28 years.
28 years, but you've done more travel than the majority of people. Definitely.
Yeah, something like 30 countries.
30 countries. That's crazy. And it's a lot of moving around and a lot of cool stories I've been able to hear over the years.
Yeah,
And you're going to Dubai
I'm going to Dubai.
just because there's no such thing as a stupid question if you don't know the answer. Is Dubai a city?
It's a city in the United Arab
Oh,
Emirates.
okay, cool. Thanks. That should be dope. They had all those. Yeah, what's up?
I don't know. It looks like a dystopia to me. I'm not. It's just for work.
Yeah.
It looks like a urban hellscape that doesn't belong there,
Mm-hmm.
and like the center of human greed and elitism. It'll definitely be interesting for me to see it and to experience it, but it's been at the bottom of my list in terms of places that I would like to travel.
Right.
But I mean, yeah,
Why not?
since
Yeah.
work is bringing me, I'll go and I'll
Why not
see
make
what's
it
up.
Why not make it 31?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not make it
What
31?
I'm really looking forward to is after that going to Nepal.
Yeah. Nepal. That's a city.
No.
That's a country.
Yes.
Nepal. And what's it famous for?
For mountaineering, for Mount Everest.
Mm, nice.
Adventure, expedition.
Are you gonna be doing any of that out there?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna plan like a 3 or 4 day trek
Okay.
into the pre-Himalayas.
Nice. That's
Not, I, I'm not trained. I don't have mountaineering gear really.
yeah.
So I'll probably just go up to like 4,000 meters. Um, yeah,
Cool. Are they Buddhist out there
I think so.
in Tibet?
Mm-hmm.
Tibetan
Yeah,
culture, Buddhist. And what's their currency?
I couldn't tell you.
What about in the United Emirates?
I couldn't tell you either.
Not shekels.
I don't know yet. I'll know soon.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. Well, I just got a couple more questions. I mean, I just wanted to introduce people to you and just kind of, show them how we just sit down and chat. And we've been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super fun. So something I wrote the other night, I wrote, what are your principles? What do you stand on? What do you really stand for? Why do you get up in the morning? And if you could make any radical change to the planet, what would it look like? What action would you take to make the world better or to change it in some way.
Do no harm.
Do no harm.
Yeah,
That's good. No harm, no foul.
I guess you could say that.
If it doesn't hurt anyone else, then it's all good.
Depends.
Mm-hmm.
You could hurt yourself, and that's not good. But back to my principles.
Yeah.
Do no harm. Spread positivity and good energy.
Nice.
Make people feel good,
Comfortable,
and special,
yeah.
and recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't remember how, like, the things you said. They remember how you made them feel.
Yeah, right.
Principles. Yeah, just be a good person.
Be a good person.
And everyone has their own definition of what a good person is.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of define it.
Mm-hmm. I was getting into Buddhism, and I started, because in Buddhism, one of the main teachings is harm no living creature.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I went to the forest, and I was trying to meditate and dive into Buddhism after I read this Jack Kerouac book, The Dharma Bums.
Okay.
But then I had all these ticks crawling on me and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, is it against Buddhism to kill these mosquitoes?
Yeah. What do you mean dive into Buddhism? Like you wanted to attempt to practice it?
Yeah.
And
Learn
just,
more about it.
Yeah, just
give it a shot.
Yeah, live by the principles.
Mm-hmm.
That might be cool.
I like it.
And what's the end goal of Buddhism? Is it to reach enlightenment?
Yeah, progression on your soul so that you can get to nirvana.
Kind of what I was talking about last night.
Mm-hmm.
The ascension.
I guess you could call it that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of just to move up spiritually, and then to demonstrate to the universe that you're ready for the next level. You know, because I think we're here to grow. You and I are obviously not the same people when we're still in the same house, but we're not playing 6 hours of COD every day. You know, we have responsibilities now. You wish. Yeah. If only life was that simple. Yeah.
Yeah, Buddhism is cool. Karma,
yep. Yeah, just a quick story. The other day I went to this thing. I think if I'd said what it was, I would give it away, this person. And I was like, this dude was doing a lot of good for a lot of people in one way or another. And I told him, I said, I bet you get some good karma from doing this. And he goes, oh, I don't believe in karma. I'm a Christian. And I'm like, he was presenting himself as being spiritual, but I think at the same time demonstrating that he wasn't really spiritual. Because he completely shut me down. And like you said, it's about how you make him feel and not what you say.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't encourage me or bring me up or agree with me in any way. He was trying to make a spiritual point that he doesn't, I guess, subscribe to the word karma. But honestly, how we would say it in Christianity is usually say that the Lord is going to give you favor. You know, and if I had said that, then he would have responded differently. But it was kind of interesting that he was trying to make himself appear spiritual by saying he's above using that word karma, but at the same time making me feel poor and demonstrating that he actually wasn't as spiritual as he thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the story.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't
think it's
have
the
to be a Buddhist to believe in karma. It's like you get what you give.
Yeah, you get it, and that's just a law of the universe that you're just gonna put in your own. There's nothing you're gonna get back that you haven't put out. That goes for good and
every
bad.
Every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
Like Newton's thermodynamics.
Right. That makes me question the impact that our thoughts have on our experience. Because I imagine if you have hella negative thoughts all the time, then your experience is going to be negative too. It's what it talks about in this book, The Sermon on the Mount, about how harmony on your exterior is determined from harmony inside. So once this is good, then that is good. And if that is bad, then this is bad. And if you change this, then that changes too.
But what if it's good in here and bad there?
I think it's an anomaly. I don't think that's like a contradiction.
What do you mean?
I don't think it could be.
Of course it could be.
Well, if you're at peace inside, it's like having the Aston Martin. It's like before you have the Aston Martin,
Well, you can be at peace inside and then some horrible things happen.
and then I guess um that's kind of like a test if you're gonna keep your peace or not.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple more. Um, where after these bodies fail us, where do you think your soul goes? So I'm like a little nervous about this camera. Like, it's like the only inhibition that apprehension that I have. But yeah, where do you think our souls go when your body's done?
I have no idea, man.
You don't know.
No. I mean, I think maybe you get reincarnated and go into another body.
That would be cool, like a redwood tree.
Like a redwood tree,
I would be
yes.
down to be a redwood tree or a cat in like a nice ass household.
I'd be down to be an eagle
Yeah, that sounds sick.
or an orca
An orca sounds dope too.
or a dolphin.
An orca's got some soul energy, some pretty serious soul energy.
No, I want to be a capybara.
Yeah, like chilling in hot water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds tight. You don't want to be you don't want to be a slug.
No, I don't want to be a slug.
Because some dude tripping on mushrooms is gonna come through and squish your head.
No, I really have no idea. I don't even know if the soul exists.
It's like
I
life.
think your matter goes back to the earth.
Yeah, I imagine we're gonna union with something, you know? We're gonna union with light or go back into the source energy.
We're gonna union with earth.
Back into infinite intelligence. And you'll know everything. But then it's like we don't need to get into it, but I wonder if my actions can decide where I go. Or if I would go to a different place if I did different things.
Yeah, maybe depending on what you do in your life, you get a better or worse situation in the next one.
Yeah. Crazy to think about. We can only conjecture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And no one, I think it was Kerouac. I could be wrong, bro, but I think it was Kerouac. He said he just spent, you tell me if this sounds right, but he said he spent hundreds of hours in the mountains just staring at the peaks. And he
That's
said,
Muir.
okay, maybe. And he said he found the answer. He said there's no end and there's no start, and everything's going to be okay no matter what. I remember, even just to speak candidly, before I found Jesus, I had a dream that everything was going to be okay. I had the most vivid dream one night that I was comforted from head to toe, 110%. Like this blue kind of radiant comfort came over me and said, when you pass away, I promise everything is going to be okay. And that may be a little contradictory to my religion, you know, because some people say differently. But it was before I had accepted Christ, and they had told me, whatever it was, the spiritual powers that be, they said when you die, it was like the most amazing feeling just washed over my body. It was like a revelatory experience where I just had this understanding that when I pass away, bliss.
But is it okay if there's nothing?
There's definitely not nothing.
No, it's not. Nothing's definite.
Well, I think my soul is going to union with light.
That's what you think.
It
It could just be eternal darkness, nothingness.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Does it? It sounds like nothing.
Would I be experiencing darkness?
No, you wouldn't be experiencing anything.
I just cease to exist.
Yes.
I just go into God's Rolodex.
I don't know about that.
No. Just God understands that I once existed and now I no longer do.
I don't know about all that, but it's possible that there's just absolutely nothing. Like, do you remember before you were born? Me neither. It could just be that for eternity. And if that's the case, let's enjoy today with the sunshine and the trees.
If that's the case, we take risks.
We take risks anyways.
We send it.
Yeah, we send it.
We send it hardcore. I would like to believe that isn't the case. But
I don't know.
But there's a life here to live on Earth.
Sounds better than being immortal.
No, you know what? I was thinking recently, I could probably live forever. I think I could live forever and not get tired of it.
I said maybe.
I could live for 1,000 years.
What would you do?
Well, if God is real, he creates all these incredible experiences, ups and downs. So if I were to just adhere to that and adhere to the experience that he's writing for me, I think I could do it. I honestly think I could do it forever. Because it's so dope. That's what I feel like now, but I only get to do it for like 60 more years.
I don't know, man. Forever's a goddamn long time.
Yeah, maybe 1,000 years.
80 years sounds good to me, man.
Anything that you are so set on having happen in that time? I sat here with Max Gideon, and we talked about the lineage.
Mm-hmm.
How you and I are the last ones.
Yeah.
So we got to have 7 kids each.
We don't have to do anything.
But the Gideon name can't die with us.
Sure it can.
No, I'm going to have a couple, man.
Okay. I mean, I would like to have some kids too, but it's just a name. I was talking with this girl and I said something like that, and she's like, give me a break. What is this patriarchal bullshit?
She said, give me a break when you said the Gideon name needs to continue.
Something like that. And I was like, yeah, it's my brother and I are the last ones who can pass on the name. She's like, oh God, give me a break. And I was like, you know what? Maybe she's right. Maybe it's just a name. I mean, I would like to have some kids at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. It's not like, it's definitely something that I am working towards, like with saving money and bettering myself, so that hopefully one day I can feel ready enough. But I don't know. In terms of the next 60, I like to travel some more, discover some new stuff, meet some new cool people, go to some more King Gizzard shows.
Yeah.
And have some fun.
That sounds great. Well, those are all the questions that I had. I mean, except for this last question. Okay, this is how I usually end the interviews. But I mean, this is how I usually end the interviews. I just say, if the camera were to cut right now, this would be like, you get to get one last thing out to the world, and this would be how they remember you, and this would be the last thing that they saw from Jacob. What would you share?
Follow your instincts, follow your impulses, follow the good energy, and follow the light at all costs.
Follow the light. Hell yeah.
At all costs.
At all costs. If
you have an impulse to do something, to talk to some person, to go to some place, there's always going to be people saying, no, I don't want to do that. No, you can't do that. Situationally as well, it's going to be like, oh, I'm going to be a bit uncomfortable if this happens.
Yeah.
But what happens when you follow those instincts and those impulses that you get is just incredible. And so you have to like lean into that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great.
And just have some fun.
Have some fun. Follow the light. Have some fun.
Go see the OCs and go into a mosh pit.
Get your jaw knocked.
Life changing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, get your jaw rocked.
Great. Well, I mean, that was a fun episode, kind of short and sweet. I appreciate you.
No more questions?
No more questions. I mean, you have more on your heart that you want to share?
I don't know. They need to be provoked with questions, I guess.
Yeah, I just wish you could come up with something that I did, something funny that I did, something cool, or an accomplishment or something. I remember Zach Kent punched me in the stomach one time.
Yeah.
And you're like, who? Like, who did that? You're like, hella,
like, don't mess with my brother.
Yeah, hella, like, protective over me, which was dope, because I always had the little bit of kind of clout, because I was friends with all the seniors. You know what I mean? And I didn't have too many friends of my own in high school. So you guys were all like, yeah. You guys were all like, yeah, fuck with Ben, you fuck with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Yavi one time, I remember Yavi and I were really tight at one point when I was a freshman. He said, yeah, if you mess with Ben, I will put my fist down your throat to somebody. You know what I mean? And he was being serious too.
The clean fade.
Yeah, my girl does it well. You should get one too.
A fade?
Yeah,
No.
bald fade would be fire.
No.
All right, Jake. Okay.
Should I sing a song?
Hit it. You won't. Let me make sure this is good.
No, I won't. Thank you for watching this episode. That's the conclusion. You want to say anything else?
This camera died.
Oh, yeah? And that one? Why do you have 3 Sonys?
I have 2 Sonys.
Well, here comes the giddy bus. Come round the bend.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Dude, don't be. It's okay.
All right, hey, wait, hit it real quick.
We can do it again later.
Hit it, brother.
Hey, what?
The song. Sing about slugs.
Well, here comes the giddy bus. Come round the bend. But don't so much to bring your friend. There's a girl on board with some flowers in her hair. I can't do it.
Well, sounds good. Thanks for being a guest on the show.
No problem. You don't want to like film again when